Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, John the House Guy. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about the development of Muscle Shoals. If you picked up a paper or if you have a subscription to the Times Daily, you saw last week a multi-million dollar development coming to Muscle Shoals in the Wilson Dam corridor. Sound Crossings. Is that correct? Yes, Sound Crossings will be a 5-phase development located adjacent to the Norfolk Southern Railway, and it will be 86 acres. If you're like me, the first thing I thought was there's 86 acres somewhere in Muscle Shoals that can be developed. Because you hear all the time, we're landlocked, there's not any land, there's nowhere to go, there's this, that, and the other. And so for me, the first thing was like, wow, there's 86 acres there, apparently, that they've put together or assembled somehow and gotten this far down the road with this development, which is great. So the development is going to include 209 single-family homes, 65 townhomes, and up to 60 commercial storefronts. So going to be a really pretty large development for for this area, and I'm excited about it. I think that it's going to increase our property values. I really feel like that's a benefit, especially if we're down here like we are on this end near the Wilson Dam Road. If you're in Dalton Estates or Nathan Estates or Ashton, Arrowhead Estates out that way, or Steeplechase on down 3 Mile Lane there, or Doubletree, even up to Wilson Dam Estates and all that. If you're somewhere off that Wilson Dam corridor, I think you're going to benefit from this development as they come in and create housing and some retail. So just based on what I've kind of seen in the past with the Baker Company, I think that the development is going to be really nice. I think they will do a great job, and I know I've seen some a lot of their houses that they do have really been nice, and they've done a good job. So I think that what we'll see is the development that they make there with the housing will increase property value and hold up the pricing and the things that that everybody wants to see if you're a homeowner here in Muscle Shoals. Also, it says that the businesses will serve the city at large. So let's talk about that. It's going to be, I think it says up to 60 commercial storefronts. Now that part, I wonder about a little bit there, because that's a lot of storefront. So maybe we'll get some great businesses there. Hopefully, it will be a walkable. They're kind of patterning this after the city of Providence, or the Providence community over in Huntsville, Madison. I'm not sure if that's Huntsville or Madison over there, but I've been to that little neighborhood before. It's pretty cool. They got retail and stuff out there, but if they get 60 businesses in there, I certainly hope that it is more selective than maybe like the development of the Woodward Avenue corridor over the course of time. Really, I think lacks a lot. We really needed some more. I don't know, a better plan there maybe, or something. The city of Muscle Shoals doesn't have that downtown area. Now, I know Pounders, I think, is going to, on the old Easter Seals part over there, they're planning a development in there to kind of give it a downtown Bridge Street type feel. But I just don't, there's the amount of room there is, to me, I don't know. I haven't looked at it that closely, but it seems like to get parking and get everything in there, I don't know. I'm excited to see that too. But as far as having a centralized downtown area for Muscle Shoals to kind of rally, we have the school, we have the city hall, they just put the amphitheater in back there, but there's no real city center where there's retail and walkable space and stuff like that. Like if you go to the city of Florence or Tuscumbia or Sheffield, which are all older cities than Muscle Shoals, they all have walkable downtowns, which are they have a different feel to them. So it'd be cool to see a walkable modern spot, which sounds like what Sounds Crossing is going to be. The article also says that The businesses will serve the city at large, but those living in the Sound Crossing community will have the added convenience of nearby boutique shopping, a grocery store, and other locally owned small businesses, as well as corporate chain stores up to 4 big box retailers. I'll be curious to see what those big box retailers are, and excited for that. I think that if you have kind of followed the Wilson Dam corridor development over the years as they widen the highway and as they all the talk that went on, you've heard, we all heard that Publix was going to go to this and eventually didn't, went to the old Highland Park church site. And you've heard Target. That would be I would love to have a Target right there. That'd be great. Grocery store, I don't know what the grocery store might be. Maybe a Kroger or a Walmart neighborhood market. I just don't know. But I'm hopeful, and I think that any of that is going to add property value to the city as a whole, And as we increase, the city is continuing to grow, and as we continue to do that, I also saw someone comment on social media about this, that we need to start thinking about schools, right? Because if you're going to add 200 single-family homes and 60 townhomes, that's a lot of families that can come here now that have nowhere to go if they come here. So then you got to start thinking about kids and their schools, and the schools are kind of already, I would think, pretty close to being at capacity. I'm not in those schools every day, but I would say that they're probably pretty close, and some of them are getting older. So maybe there's a plan there. I hope that would show somewhere for a school to go, a new school, or some kind of plan for that. But because you're going to have to do that. Eventually it's going to have to be done. If we continue to grow, if somebody else, we have some development, those houses and those people because people want to come here, which is great news for us, helps our property value. But going to have somewhere to take their kids to school. So especially if it is in Muscle Shoals City. So I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on it. So just leave a comment down below if you have an idea, or if you have something, what are your thoughts on the new Sound Crossing development? I for one am excited about it. I think it's going to be really, really cool, and I look forward to seeing them break ground, and probably I would think at least a 5 to 10 year project to get all that done. That's just my guess on it, but it's going to take them a while to get it completely done. So anyway, what are your thoughts on it? What are your concerns maybe, or that you have? But just leave me a comment down there, and I'll get, I'll interact with you in the comments, and maybe we'll have a voice in what actually happens here in Muscle Shoals in this next phase of development. So I am John the House Guy. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay warm out there. It's going to get cold now, I think, with the weather that's coming in. So it's going to actually feel like December here. So if I can help you anyway, don't hesitate to give me a call. Have a great day. God bless.